Greetings, my abracadabras and alakazams. We are just double checking if everything is all good. Yep, there we go. Okay, so to celebrate Alan Wake 2, we are going to stream.
File on the old director, Northmore?
Northmore?
Any dated death. You know anything about that?
Could be an error. The records staff process a lot of data. Maybe it just slipped through.
Director Northmore is still alive, baby.
Give him hell, Director.
I love Control so much. I love this game. And they had two DLCs. They had Foundation and AWE. But we're going to do AWE today.
Darkness and there was something there, reaching for her, trying to make her act. There was a distress call. Phaeton sensed a drowning man, a hunger in the dark. Investigation sector.
Investigation sector, huh? We should check this out.
Now, the investigation sector is a whole new area. Completely new original area.
Hello? Anyone here?
Guess not.
Mr. Kirkland, here the latest agents confirmed missing, presumed dead, from the containment breach yesterday. Just a bunch of agents' names. Letters of condolence will be delivered to you to sign prior to sending them to their families. You'll be updated as soon as additional confirmations are made. Also, per your request, a network engineer checked how many cases were backed up digitally. Unfortunately, a large number of active investigations were not archived yet, and the only hard copies of the reports exist behind Firebreak. They're lost, I'm afraid. That's a shame.
Seems a lot more crowded.
So this is a Casey inquiry. Yes. Mr. Dennis, our request came true recently from an FBI agent asking for all our files on Bright Falls, especially with the disappearance of the author Alan Wake. Per the Interagency Information Exchange Agreement, I had some pencil pushers gather up a folder of all the pre-approved files. Don't worry, all the inappropriate material is either missing or redacted. But I'm ready to let you know we received a request from a special agent named Alex Casey. Sounds familiar, right? Well, that's because Alex Casey is the name of a fictional detective in those hard-boiled crime books Alan Wake wrote. Pretty interesting that an FBI agent sharing a name with the most famous character Alan Wake wrote is looking into a case dealing with the writer's fiction coming true. I think this is worth looking into, but what's your opinion? Just give the word and I'll start surveillance on this guy. Special Investigator Gleason.
Impressive bureau.
Yeah, this DLC is all about Alan Wake. And just sort of the what took place afterwards. Official finding reports, response Dr. Casper Darling. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, Internal Investigations D-084-5 was launched into the ethical practices of Dr. Casper Darling, head of research. Despite the accounts of anonymous blank regarding inhumane treatment of a blank currently housed in the bureau, Our official findings regarding this were inconclusive. Numerous obstacles arose during the investigation. The majority of blank sector personnel seemed to be wholly unaware of any such blank contained here. Which I should really say redacted. One, redacted confirmed the redacted's codename to be redacted. But all the files pertaining to that name were inaccessible. Being classified under the highest clearance level, investigators were similarly blocked from entering the redacted research wing to interview with staff. The matter was further complicated with the lack of clarity on whether non-human paranatural entities warrant humane treatment. Well, that's a bit much, but I get it. While the investigation cannot address any charges against Dr. Darling, we do recommend an investigation into redacted research. There's just so much lore. A tractor. Looks like this document's about a tractor that eats organs. Pretty spooky. Resignation letter. Do-do-do. It's just William Kirkland resigning.
It's not working. Probably a loose power core somewhere.
There's a power core back there. Staffing issues. There's increase in AWE cases. Yeah. Do-do-do. Just having a quick scan through. Yeah, just tons of AWEs. You know, they're a constant. Cauldron Lake. To investigator, Chief Investigator Dennis. It happened again. Third time this year. Something certainly has it out for our redacted. Could be raccoons. The locals certainly complain about them enough. But why the hell would raccoons keep going after a monitoring station? Doesn't add up. Anyway, I got a bureau tech going to the site next week to take a look. Next on the list, recurring problems is the staff at the Lake House Research Station. How am I supposed to effectively keep an eye on Blank Lake? Well, keep an eye on Cauldron Lake if they won't let me see any data. Hell, I don't even know what they're researching out there. We need to petition them again to share their info with the investigation agents. It's only a matter of time before this I'm going to say AWE hits again, and I want to be prepared. Anyway, if anyone at HQ asks why the Bright Falls report is a little thin this month, tell them it's because we couldn't take any readings. In the meantime, I might invest in some raccoon traps. Well. So much. Director investigation. Yeah, just more of the Trench and Darling being like, oh, they're being very sussy boys. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I can... I want to get this item. Gimme. Gimme. Do I have to walk her? Underhill background. Yeah, Underhill. She's a bit of an odd one, but yeah, that's just... Yeah, isn't... Yeah, Underhill the one that's researching the mold. Yeah, we just get to have a little bit more about her. Yep, she's the mold lady. Keystone? Ah, yes, the motel. The Keystone Motel. Yeah, if it was an AWE, it seemed to be over. We walked through the whole town, and the only strange thing we noticed were markings on various buildings. 2 overlapping circles with a dot in the shared space. Could be unrelated. I'll show you the pictures when I get back. Yeah, because the Keystone Motel has all these sigils that are clearly like different Remedy universes. But yeah, ethics investigation. Well, you know, is it really ethical to, you know, keep all this stuff, especially with people who especially with people that touch objects of power? It's not great. Tractor procedures. The item is not in bureau custody. Not known. Yeah, it's about the tractor that the police arrived were immediately driven away by the tractor. They responded growling like a bear. Who doesn't love a possessed... Hey, can I target this? Oops. Thought there was a little place to shove this into. No. Okay, I gotta take this around town. And get.
Now that gate should open.
Boop. Specimen escape. Oh no. Oh boy, specimen SI-1 resulted in deaths of redacted agents. That's a lot of agents. You can read this. It's like, it seems that whatever the specimen was, cross-referencing the date with various logs found only the 2 events consistent with the sector's daily routines. The air filters were changed. An hour prior to the incident, a civilian named Alice Wake entered the sector regarding an unrelated investigation. Given the connection to the same AWE case, it's likely that Mrs. Wake's presence is relevant to the specimen's escape and to the and 2, the redacted investigation is ongoing. So, whatever the Bureau have here is something related to Alan Wake.
I'm no detective, but something definitely happened here.
Okay, the Blessed Organization. This group / individual has operated outside the Bureau's notice for decades, perhaps longer, displaying a level of skill and caution rarely seen in paracriminal groups. A review of past cases has found various mentions of their activity over the years. In 2016, a production company called Blessed Pictures was connected to an altered item case, as well as the death of an agent from exposure to illicit paranatural materials. In 1994, an LA-based public speaker named Chester Bless was involved in the illegal use of an altered item. In 1988, a business called Blessed Repair and Service was suspected of involvement with an object of power case, perhaps even creating it. None of these businesses or individuals have ever been located. However, their connection to appearances of altered items and objects of power is too direct to be considered circumstantial. An arrest order has been issued for many persons believed to be involved with the Blessed Organization. Oh, that's some good world building right there. Like, it would make sense that there would be, I'm gonna say, like, outside forces that know of altered items and AWEs. Alright, let's go to the good old Keystone.
Do we know each other? This feels familiar. I can't seem to... I've forgotten it. I'm sorry. My name is Alan Wake. Who are you? Who are you? Do I know you?
I'm your friend Tom. Tom Zane. There's nothing to worry about.
Tom. The poet. The diver. You look different.
That was just a role. A character. The protagonist I played in my old film. I'm a filmmaker. An auteur like yourself. We're working on this together, remember? An artistic collaboration. You need a drink. Keep this.
Endless darkness. Nothing holds still.
But we're very close now. You've been writing. You found a way to escape. It'll work this time.
Riding.
You found a way!
No. I don't... Wait. There's something. It's my double. He's out there. I've seen it.
Yeah. Nothing to worry about. I'm dealing with it. It's fine, my friend. Let me handle him.
You've met him? What the hell?
Now, come on. You misunderstand me.
fucking lore implications is just insane.
That was Alan Wake, the writer who went missing in that AWE case I read about. What's he doing here? And Thomas Zane was with him. The poet. No, wait. He was a filmmaker. I always remember that wrong.
But Thomas Zane was a poet, not a filmmaker. So who's telling the truth? Because Jessie Faden here, she remembers Thomas Zane from a poem, but due to the nature of Cauldron Lake, he basically, like, very few people remember him. And Jessie definitely does, and it's like, oh, Thomas Zane never existed, so I don't know where you got that poem from. And she's like, but he did exist. It's like, nuh-uh. It's most likely because Jessie was connected to Polaris, the entity that she's part of. But yeah, we gotta scrap her. I just love these puzzles. Good. Anything else I should change? Okay. That means the third door is open. See, our key has the triangle because of the board. And as you can notice, it's getting slightly darker.
Dr. Emil Hartman, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Broke loose, killed everyone it could, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came. A resonance. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
So, it looks like the Hiss residence got to him. Dr. Emil Hartman, you remember him? He was that guy that run like the therapy center, and he was trying to control the darkness, trying to control Alan Wake to benefit him, because it was Dr. Emil Hartman and Thomas Zane were working together, but Dr. Emil Hartman went a bit like, I'm going to say evil, like manipulative, because he had Thor and Odin, the crazy old people that weren't as crazy because they were just, their writing, it was like they knew Thomas Zane, their writing helped influence everything. So let's the rule of three. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yep, that's broken. Can I go up here? Nope. Anything this? No. Don't you just want to get over here? Gently fuck off in that direction.
Creepy, damp, and abandoned. Why do Wake want me to come here?
Filing and processing.
That doesn't look like a house shift. Do I even want to know?
Look at the effects. It's so funky. I love it. Yeah, we can play for another 20 minutes before we have to get busy. Ooh. Now.
The hiss are already in.
Let's look around for some juicy nuggets. Oh, this is where we were. Okay, now. Oh yeah, I can have multiple objects at the same time. Oh, there appears to be stuff in here. There's stuff in there. Let me in, let me in, let me in, let me in. Hidden location. Give me that gold chest, baby. Nice. In. Hartman arrest. Okay, offender's name, Neil Hartman. Victims' names, Alan Wake, Tor Anderson, Odin Anderson, Rudolph Lane, Wendy Deslol, Thomas Emerson, blank and blank. Yeah, charges, code 4, kidnapping of altered individuals. Sanctions against altered organizations, obstruction of bureau investigation, breaching of the Ash Act, 6 counts. Offender's property was seized as evidence to be used in conjunction with an ongoing AWE investigation. Offender's personal effects have been sent to research for analysis. After being cleared by Bureau researchers, all victims have been released. Biannual surveillance orders were assigned to each except the Anderson brothers due to their senility. They're old people. They're senile, and Wake possibly deceased. Yeah. However, what the Anderson brothers know, they know quite a lot. Okay, good. We got stuff here. Foot gossip. Oh, that's dead letters, my favourite. Hello. My feet gossip at night, and now I have to wear shoes to bed. Sincerely, me.
This darkness is blocking the door. So now I have to deal with an interdimensional noise and sentient shadows.
Yep.
Light burns it away, huh? Makes sense.
Ouch. Oh look, we've got some mold up in here. Nobody likes the mold. Nobody. I am technically a janitor, so I should really clear the mold. Is that all the mold? Lofty lumps, holiday humps, goes Artie the janitor, who is the greatest fictional character ever. And he doesn't even wear like the AMDs. Because Artie is just... He's too powerful. He's too powerful of a janitor. Yeah, that's Emil Hartman, alright. He's gone cuckoo crazy for Cocoa Puffs. Firebreak, huh? I guess not.
The third thing. The sound made darker, the darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched, like a worm through time. The third thing was a monster. Now we crashed out of darkness toward Phaeton.
Yeah. Need light. Yeah, just asking me to interrogate this scum using words like altered items or AWEs or paracriminal. It's the stupidest thing I've heard in my life. I've heard of some fucking stupid ideas. They don't really know the facts. They know as much as us, if not more. Yep, it does. Black Market. A black market hub specializing in the trade of occult talismans, relics, and other sorted ceremonial objects, as well as genuine, altered, and paranatural materials rated and redacted. Yeah, there's just a lot of altered items, especially if they, benefit you to make money, or people will believe anything. Following the NASA and Federal Bureau of Control coordination agreement, Bureau has provided NASA with numerous technological advances, including black rock lining found in all spacefaring vessels. Yep. find a place to shove this into. The shadow. You see the shadow, or you could say the taken. Yeah, it's all about manifestations of sentient taken capable of occupying organic and organic material, such as taken individuals or taken objects, poltergeists.
My understanding of the darkness is fragmented, incomplete. This abyss, this void, it very much does not wish to be understood. If light symbolizes knowledge, then it stands to reason that darkness would equate to ignorance. By its very nature, it abhors comprehension. Of course, my own nature drives me to comprehend all. We are opposing forces, destined to collide. And given this conflict of natures, we know that the light of truth will burn away the darkness, both figuratively and literally. Any significant light source can be used as protection, even weaponry, against this metaphysical gloom. And then there are the artists. I know for a fact that Tom, Wake, the Anderson brothers, and Lane all had some involvement with the darkness. The question is whether their uncanny ability to affect reality through their art beckoned the darkness, or did their work perhaps even create it? With Wake now secure in my lodge, I expect I shall grow closer to learning the answers to these questions. Assuming he cooperates, which is proving quite the challenge. Well, perseverance is the foundation of knowledge. Speaking of, I must be off on my rounds.
I was clearly recorded before Alan Wake came to in the therapy lodge before the Taken overtook the place. Paracriminal group known as Redacted. One of the cars became altered with a persistent auditory event. Bear's been tracking said group. Okay. Just trail derailment. God damn. Well, we got our janitor duties. Launch is so broken and I love it.
Reminder. All
We'll listen to that later. So we have a new Hiss enemy. The Hiss Ranger Airborne. Yeah, they just hover. They're pretty cool. Now, where is that? Oh, yeah, we'll just go back in there and just play it again.
Reminder, all employees are required to report their hours at the end of each month. The Federal Bureau of Control maintains that time is not subjective, and hours passed on alternative planes cannot be claimed. Astral dives do not accumulate overtime compensation. Thank you for your attention.
Yep. Delays caused by house shifts do not count towards overtime. I mean, they're not wrong.
Agent Fisher, day 6 inside the motel. Utilized surveillance methods are as follows. Fiber optic cameras slid under the individual room doors. Motion detectors in the lobby area. Tripwire, triggering a flash camera across the main entrance. Even fingerprint powder on the front desk. Results are varying at best. But mostly just inconclusive and unusable. The footage is corrupted. Sometimes even the equipment is damaged. I don't know how, exactly. I think this place is making fun of me. That's the only explanation. I can hear them laughing and screaming behind the closed doors. I can hear the call bell go and ding multiple times a day, but when I look, there's no one there. I know I'm supposed to stay out of sight, but I've seen the doors closing just before I can catch even a glimpse of anyone or anything. They're messing with me, whoever they are. I think... Wait, shh. There's something. I gotta get this. Gotta get the cable out. Come on, you fiber optic fuck, cooperate. Okay, here we go. All right, that was faint, but I definitely heard movement coming from the hallway. I think I might have finally caught one. Ha! The recording better work this time, or I swear to God, I'll... What? Hello? Who's there? Oh, shit. I'm with the FBC. Move away from the door. I have a... Where's my...
That's all she wrote, I guess. So, as you can see, these are all the cool. All these are stations. Look, we even have Ordinary. And the size of Ordinary's one compared to no, everyone's sort of large. We have New York, we have Ordinary, and we've got Bright Falls. So yeah, just... And while everyone is somewhat in the corner here, we have Pemberton and Jay. They sing. So you're like, that's where Washington State is. Okay, we can... I'll have to wrap up in a moment, but let's see what we have here.
The air in here is getting bad. The vents, they are full of mold shit. It's not good for you. Headache, nausea, mold, depression. How can you tell when you are in it? Kysymys saatana päästä eroon. here have died standing up. Lighten them up.
Ah, more plants.
Just talk to
Alright.
plants.
Let's go make some new friends.
Darkness everywhere. New day, same old bloody city. The old way. Like tar but good for nothing. Get rid of it.
And with this, we're going to end our little dive into, our Advent calendar. But seriously though, people, I recommend go play the Alan Wake Remastered. Go play Control. Have a lot of fun. They have next generation versions, and you will have the time of your life with Control. Alan Wake has got that early, it's got that 2010 twang of game design, but it's good. You will have a lot of fun. But I have to go now. Please join me tomorrow for a random stream. That would be about 40 odd or so minutes. I've got a lot of work to do. I will catch you all later for something more, less gun-worthy, but more calming. We're gonna do something nice tomorrow morning. It's Sunday. But anyway, I'm gonna get my sacrificial redacted here, and we're going to sacrifice it for the YouTube algorithm and the YouTube gods and redacted. So yes, I'll catch you all tomorrow for the next part of my silly Advent calendar. So I'll catch you all later then. Toodles.